This is KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and from Summer of the Arts, Lisa Barnes joins us. As Lisa, don't see you too much during the winter months, but man,
kind of busy now.
Yeah, pretty much if 2 days goes by and I don't hear or see from Lisa Barnes in the summertime, something is terribly wrong.
Yes, yes.
So you're gearing up for a big season.
We are.
Of course, we're all in for getting ready for Iowa City Jazz Fest, which will be middle of the summer. Great lineup, and if you haven't seen that, it's on our website and your website.
Yes.
But in the more immediate future, the great Friday night concert series ramps up next week.
That's right.
And also the Iowa Arts Fest.
Yes. So we kick things off on May 20th with the Friday night concert series and groups that you're familiar with, City High, West High Jazz Ensembles. We love being able to kick off the summer with the high school groups coming downtown. Hopefully we'll have great weather for it. We always have a tremendous crowd, not just because it's the first concert, but because there's so much talent. And, throughout the corridor, there's just an amazing amount of young talent. So we love kicking things off with that. So May 20th, and then the concert series runs through September 2nd this year. So 14 weeks of free concerts live downtown Iowa City on the Ped Mall.
And those are some of the best attended events anywhere up and down the corridor.
Right.
Crowd is always just huge.
And we've got some bands, you might be a little bit familiar with. Rip McCano is going to be performing this year. We've got the Beaker Brothers, Shade of Blue, new band called Motherload that is a Tower of Power, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Great horn section with that. We've got the Fez. Kevin B.F. Bird is reuniting with the Instigators, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Nice.
So a little bit more bluesy for him. And then we've got some new bands as well. Meteor Cat, which is a Ben Soltow band. Death Valley Welcome Center, Flash in a Pan, Fire Sale is going to be back. We've got the Maytags coming in from Des Moines. I think I already mentioned the Fez, Winterland, just a great lineup for the Friday night concert series.
Oh, wow. Wow. That is, nobody leave.
Right.
Don't leave.
Right. There's no reason to go anyplace during the summer. Go during the week.
That's right.
Yeah, you want to be around on the weekend.
Absolutely. So what's going on for Arts Fest?
So Arts Festival is June 3rd through the 5th this year, first weekend in June as usual. And we have some great main stage entertainment. Our headliners on Friday night are Aoife O'Donovan and the Wood Brothers. So that should be a lot of fun. We're actually kicking things off this year with the Iowa City Carnival Parade. It's kind of jumped around a little bit. We had it at Arts Fest for a couple of years. It was at Soul Fest last year. It's back at the Arts Fest this year. So that'll take place at 5:30 and wind throughout downtown Iowa City and the art fair and everything. So you want to come down, get your seats, enjoy the parade and the main stage entertainment. The art fair is also open 5 to 8 on Friday night. So lots going on. Saturday on the main stage, we kick things off with the Iowa City Community Band. We have a band called Red Rock Hill. Sean Costanza, who's performed at the Friday Night Concert Series, will be performing. Hen House Prowlers, they're really making it big. They played the Friday Night Concert Series, but growing in popularity. And then we have a bluegrass band coming in called Parsons Field. At 7 o'clock, we have Middle Western, which is Dave Zolo and William Elliott Whitmore, so very familiar names around the corridor. And then our headliner Saturday night is Buckwheat Zydeco.
Nice.
So we're very excited about that. Yeah, we wanted to do something a little bit different, fun. Everybody I've talked to who has seen him said the show is different every time, and it's just amazing every time. So looking forward to that. Sunday then on the main stage, we're kind of doing the bluegrass thing. Again, we have a band called Goin' Up Caney. Haven't figured that one out yet. And then we have Parsons Field performing again. We've been doing that for several years now. Cedar County Cobras, who performed at the Friday Night Concert Series last year. And then we close things on Sunday afternoon with Dandelion Stompers, another band who's been at the Jazz Festival and at the Friday Night Concert Series, and they're amazing. We also have returning this year the Lynn Street Stage. We started that last year. It's a lot of local performers. Kind of a wide variety of musical styles there. We've got Family Folk Machine, Jessica Egley, who has performed before for Summer of the Arts, plays ukulele, so a lot of fun with her. We have Ingrid Streitz, and this is someone who is actually referred to us by Don Thompson, who chairs the Jazz Fest committee, so we definitely trust his judgment as far as musical talent. We're going to have the UI Hula Hoop Club back again. They not only do demonstrations with hula hoops, but they also get the kids involved. They bring a lot of hula hoops with them. Iowa Jazz Collective, which last year was City 6 and performed at the Jazz Festival, but I think over half of the group is now in college instead of in high school, so they changed their name. And then on Sunday, we've got the Every Given Child Dancers. This is an artist in residency through MC Ginsburg. And so that's going to be a fun way to start the day. We've got the Iowa City Community Orchestra, City Circle Teen Show, Evan Campbell, Silver Swing Jazz Band. So, some overlap for performers who've been at Jazz Festival, also perform at Arts Fest. But there's just so much talent, and we love to provide the opportunities for these groups to get out there and perform. And then, of course, we have all the children's activities and the family stage on the Ped Mall, 100 fine artists, culinary row, beverage garden, lots to do at the Iowa Arts Festival.
Let's talk a little bit more about the art just for a second.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we get all caught up in what's happening on the stages and forget that you do have over 100 artists in a juried field that people can take a look at and purchase. So tell me a little bit about the artists who are participating.
We have had to make a little adjustment in the art fair layout this year because of the construction on Washington Street, just so that people know. So the art fair is actually going to go around the block on Dubuque, Washington, Iowa, Lynn. So it's going to be a square. We've also added some artists that will be a little bit further south on Lynn, so between Washington and College, kind of going toward the Iowa City Public Library. So just so people know, the layout is a little bit different. If you're looking for an artist who's always on that block of Washington Street, since it's closed, obviously they won't be there. But we have all different kinds of categories. We have a lot of returning artists. We did have to scale back just a little bit because of the construction. So there are 100 artists this year, but anything from, metal sculptures to paintings to photography to ceramics to jewelry to drawing, a little bit of everything. I know that there were some disappointed artists who didn't get in. We do have a blind jury that actually rates all of the artists, and it gets more competitive year after year after year. But what I love about our art fair is everybody can find something to buy. It's not an overly expensive art fair. There's a wide range of prices of artwork. The other thing that's really neat is we work with the Iowa City Public Arts Advisory Committee, and they actually ask the artists to donate a piece of artwork that's $5 or less. On Sunday, they'll have a kids tent set up at the corner of Washington and Dubuque. Only kids can go in. They can bring their money. They can choose their own artwork, which is, I think, something very unique that we do because we want to make sure that the kids are actually having that opportunity. We also, again, have our Emerging Artist Pavilion for high school and college artists. I think we have 16 artists this year that are participating, and a lot of them are like MFA students at the University of Iowa, Iowa State University. They all have ties. Either they're from Iowa or they go to school in Iowa. And you'll see glass, you'll see drawing, you'll see painting, pastels, everything. And, they can pretty much stand up next to the professional artists. They just don't have quite as broad a repertoire. So, if you're interested in art at all, a lot of people come and they just check out the art fair and then they come back when they are ready to shop. Sunday tends to be a heavy shopping day, but yeah, there's just all kinds of great artwork. Anybody who's ever been to my office, it's getting kind of full because Sunday afternoon's always, okay, I have time now. I can go through the art fair and add to my collection. Talking with Lisa Barnes from Summer of the Arts about Summer of the Arts activities for the first half of the summer. Friday night concert series gets underway a week from tonight. Yep. In the Ped Mall. And then, of course, it's the Iowa Arts Festival first weekend in June. So, as always, it's kind of like drinking from a fire hose when Lisa comes in to talk about all the stuff going on in downtown Iowa City. So, if you need to peruse it at a more leisurely pace, you can go to your website, which is summerofthearts.org. And what is the admission charge for all of these great events? It's all free. My favorite price. Yes. Summerofthearts.org for more information. Yep. Lisa, I wish you the best of luck with weather for the first round of events, because it's sometimes that's a little shaky, but we'll keep our fingers crossed, and I hope you get a couple hours sleep at some point over the next 12 weeks. That's about it. Thank you. Lisa Barnes from Summer of the Arts. Again, summerofthearts.org.